Hello and good morning. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, we skipped Monday yesterday because yesterday was Christmas and I took the day off. Albert, hello. How are you doing today? And how was your weekend? Yeah, I did. It was a nice sort of like quiet time with my family. We spent in mostly in the house because it did snow and got really cold outside. We took one walk outside and we're like, yeah, we're okay being inside next to the fire. So it didn't really head out too much. But we had some nice fun with Zilby. Gave him a new toy. He's super happy about that. And I've been looking forward to, it's been what, like 3 days? I've been looking forward to getting back into this. Although now we need to remember exactly where we were and what we were doing. Razvan, hello. How are you doing today? What is next to Zilby? Which thing? So I've got this thing here. It's one of the joke title things. Can you actually see that, or is it too low resolution? It's supposed to be Zilby's title. Today it says doing my best. I don't know like a really good way to like put it down. I don't want it to like bother him, so I've been trying to plan a place like next to him. Razvan, not too bad. Working on your own. YouTube like blocks off the right side of the chat. That's not good. Building your own something app, and having a holiday beer. Nice. Oh, your own Rust app. Okay, I see it. I have to mouse over it and then it goes away. Nice, excellent. All right, so where did we leave off? So it looks like we left off in this. So build your own get. So if you've not seen this before, we're going through Codecrafters. I've partnered with them, so they have provided. They basically gave me access to the VIP sides. That's like basically a lifetime membership to the site. And they have all these challenges that you can do in many different languages, not just Rust, although I prefer Rust, obviously. The one I always wanted to do for a long time is build your own Git. And so when I saw that was an option and that they were providing for me, and I had like a full permission to just on stream live in front of you all, I am going straight for that. So far we've done, we've created code that initializes the Git directory. We can read a blob object from the .git objects directory. And then next is writing a blob object. So if we do this command #object -w, it should, well, create a hash of the object and then write it somewhere. And so we wanted to check to see where that goes, where that is going. And being a partner stream, I do have a link in the YouTube description, or if you are on Twitch, you can use the Codecrafters Nightbot command, and either way you get a link. So if you like what you're seeing and you want to try this out yourself, that link will give you until the end of the 27th, I believe. So I think that's going to be our time. So I'm not really sure, like we're coming up to like that 24-hour point of time. I think it gives you 40% off in the for the next day. Then after that, I think it's going to be normal full price again. Okay, so compress. It looks like we were about to write this. So maybe we should just run this and see how it is. So if I do a cargo build, Guess I don't need to do a cargo build because I could do a cargo run, can't I? So do cargo run. What was it called again? It was hash object. Dash W, and then I want that to be this test file. Oh yeah, we get this error. That's fun. You should handle the directory already existing. Yeah, we should. I think that's what it was. Kind already exist. File exists. Ooh, okay. Oh, because it's a new file. It's a new file. Yeah, so we should handle the directory already existing. So in create folder, we're just blindly attempting to create. So do builder, create path. Okay, so basically in .get objects. Oh, and then this. This is the new folder. Okay, okay. We need to handle the case the folder already exists. If that is, we don't want it to crash. Okay. I'm surprised that its file exists, not folder exists. But okay, let's so we see that it's an already exists error message. Let's see what type of error this is. So I'm going to match on this. So if we get an okay, what do we get from this? I don't think we care about this, right? So if it's okay, we just hear that. Oh, Zilby, you're done? Okay. We don't do anything. But if you're an error, what type of error are you? Cool, you're an error. That's very helpful. Xanax, hello. How are you doing today? Oh, we need to add the recursive option. I thought the recursive option was only for just one folder. It's an IO error. I'm kind of surprised that it doesn't tell me that it's like trying to be an IO error, because like you would think that this would tell me. Okay, so it's an IO result, which then we would assume would be an IO error. So if you were an IO, it'd probably be standard IO error. Already exists. Then I want to basically do the same thing as okay, right? We just ignore this. If it's an error with anything else, let's print the error out. And then I guess we'll crash. Oh, we can panic. We can panic and then write you can say like error creating the directory. Well, okay. So it would have been nice if you told me what this is. Oh, it's a struct, it's not an enum. Ugh. Oh no. Is there some kind of like you can get error kind. Okay. So we can get the error data. That's not fun. Okay, so we got debug for error gives me that. The recursive option eats the already exists error for you. Yeah, we chatted about that, and the community seemed to think, at least last week, that we should do the other way. ThinkBot Labs, hello, good morning. And also, it's Galactic 2023. Hello. Welcome. Awesome to have you here, and thank you for the 100 bits. 15 coding language. Do you think that's good for a 13-year-old? Also, that's your passive way of asking if you can join me. Well, I mean, it's Twitch. We'd love to have you hang out. I mean, knowing 15 languages, sure, yeah, that's great. Can you do stuff with those 15 languages? That's the challenge, right? The challenge is to do meaningful stuff with the things that we know. And then in that case, yeah, let's do it. Oh, Zilby's back. We have Cat. I had food down here behind me, so he decided to go down, eat a little bit, and come back up, and he's gonna hang out. Okay, so yeah, we could turn on. If I turn on with the builder, which kind of makes sense if we do this, because otherwise we have to like get this error and then figure out what the error is. So if I just say, okay, let's go back to what we had before. We just unwrap this because reasons. But if I do dir builder new, recursive true, this shouldn't cause the problem. So, okay, we do create folder. So we do create folder, then we're gonna compress the file, and then we're gonna print the SHA, and that's all. So we're not trying to save the file yet. So if I run this again, yes, then here's our SHA printed out. So perfect. Oh, when you say join, what do you mean by join? Join the community? Because in that case, you're already here. If you're talking about like pair programming, I'm not going to be doing pair programming for this. We're this is a partner stream too, and so it's all solo. But you're all basically helping out. Now, I don't do any talking on stream with, especially with new people in the community. It's far too dangerous to do something like that. Maybe someday I'll do that, but that would be reserved for people who have been members of the community for a lot longer. Okay, so that being said, I do try to interact with chat quite a bit. So if you just chat around, we'll be here. Okay, so that gives us that creates the folder for it. We get this hash, and so what do I want to do? Okay, so we create the folder, we compress it, we print the SHA. We've already got the SHA, which is why we're able to create the folder. So then we compressed it. Okay. We compressed it. Oh, we haven't actually compressed it. We haven't done this at all. Okay, so that's what we need to do next. We need to compress it. So that is zlib. We need to use zlib for that. No. Not zlib. What plate? Plate 2? Yeah, this is what we're working with. I got a fun joke. I got got by a YouTube comment. There was like, you pronounce zlib wrong. It's supposed to be zlib. And I'm like, wait, but isn't it short for library? And they're like, I got you. Yeah, I get that a lot. As in, I'm easy to be gotten a lot. But it's all fun. but now I'm curious. How many of you pronounce this zlib, and how many pronounce you zlib? I'm kind of curious about that. Okay, I want to do this. I'm going to move this over to the side screen so we can see what I'm doing. It's Galactic. Thank you for the 100 bits. So what exactly is the goal? We're creating our own Git client. That's what we're doing. Chat, hello. How are you doing today? You pronounce it zlib. Okay. Priminus, hello. It's z. Okay, zlib is in trip, not t-rip. Wait, is that tripe? Razvan, okay, same as Priminus. Okay. No, Perminus. I moved the R in your name. Oh, Zlib. Zlib. Okay, I got it. I do not think of that at all. Okay, so thank you again for the 100 cheer. Yeah, it is challenging, but it's fun. We have a guide to help us through. We're using Code Crafters for that. Okay, so compress. I moved the documentation over to the side so I can read that a little bit easier. Okay, so we're gonna start with, we need a new encoder. It wants us to pack, okay, so we have new vector and then compression default. So we're gonna do let our encoded, I think. So like, it calls it like it's the encoder. So encoder, you have to be mutable. Equals, okay, so zlib encoder, and so we're gonna use this plate to write zlib encoder. New. We're gonna pass it an empty vector, and then we have to tell it what type of compression to use. So in this case, we want just the default compression. All right. Jim, hello. Season's greetings. How are you doing today? How was your weekend? Okay, so then what I can do is I can tell this to write. So all I need is a bytes, which I think we already have here represented by this file. So we can just do encoder. We want to write all the file, and that's it. And then, okay, so compressed bytes, then we finish it? What are you upset about? Unused result. Oh, this doesn't show that it uses the result. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's just, I don't know, and then compressed bytes. No. Finish, and that's okay. So got it. We're gonna do encoder and finish. You return a result, so that's and you're gonna return back the something. The W, the type. Okay. What is that? Let's my favorite way of checking to see what something is just do that and let the compiler yell at me. Okay, so it's a vec8, so it's bytes. So we're gonna get a vec of u8. There you go. All right. Oh, it's Galactic. You redeemed focus time. I guess we'll focus for the rest of we'll focus for a while. We haven't tried that. I created that and I haven't really decided exactly what that means yet. Okay, so create folder, print SHA. We compress it, which means we need a let our compressed file. It's equal to that now. We're printing the SHA out, and then I need to save the file. That's what the next thing is. Now, I had like one question is like, can I do more TDD with this? And for like actually saving to the file directory and doing that, that's a little bit, I don't know like how much TDD I want to do with that. With like choosing the file and folder names, that's definitely TDD-able. Like I can have something that gives me a path, which if we notice, okay, so that's like a path to the file. The file name. Okay, so I need to get, okay, so what does this mean? To save the, okay, so let's create the save. We'll do save save file. We're gonna take in the file, which will be that. And I don't know if we're gonna return anything. I think that's just gonna do it. Bamero, hello. And Cringe Teeth, hello. How are you both doing? Okay, so if I wanted to, what are the things that I need to do here? We need to figure out the file. Okay, so basically we just need to get the path and we need to write to it. We already know what the folder is. I think this create folder should return the folder path. Should probably return this path. So if I do something like that, can I pass in a reference? Then we'll return path. Okay, so we're gonna have the file itself that we're saving, and then also I want the folder path. Okay, save file. We're gonna have not the SHA, it's gonna be the compressed file. And the folder path. Okay. So if I get those, we're going to, I want to create the path from this because like, because this has a side effect of actually saving it to the disk. I don't know how like TDD I can do that. You also need the rest of the SHA. Oh yeah, I do, don't I? I need the SHA. Okay. Yeah, so let's have file SHA. It's good call, Cringe Teeth. That is that just a stir also? Yeah, it's just a string here. So, okay. Now that's the full SHA. So, oh, this is something that we can use TDD on, because to get the file name SHA, okay, so we need the file name SHA, and the folder path is already helpful. We just need the missing the first two bits, characters. So let's do this. I want to create this as a mod, and this is going to be a config test. We're going to do a mod. Okay, so I want a function that I could call from within save file. No, I want a function that can call from the top one that gives me the file SHA. So should provide file SHA. So let's create like a SHA, and we'll just make this up, do something like that. The expected file SHA is going to be everything but the first two. So all of that. And so I want a function here to create. Okay, so get file SHA. Get SHA from get file SHA. Ooh, so this could be a string, but we can also return a string slice too, because we're not taking ownership of it, and so I could just do that. Okay. Then, okay, so we have expected, and so now we can do get a result. Hand it the SHA. And then I want to insert equal that the result is the same as the expected file SHA. You are unhappy. What's expected identifier? Oh, do I have to have like mod tests? I have to have a name for it, don't I? Yeah. Okay, so if I run this, you got your pod racer to the gold league. Awesome. I don't think I'm within the top 1,000, so you can't challenge me. I need to be within the top 999 in order to challenge somebody else, and I didn't get there. So unfortunately, you can't. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so if I do a cargo test, this will run and it will say, okay, left doesn't equal right because we have this 2QY3. Okay, so we start with we just returning the full thing. Okay, it makes sense. So we have the red. Now we want to do the green. So to do this is pretty simple, right? I want to get the SHA and I want to get from 2 to the end. And give me a reference to it. And passing test. But this also shows a little bit of documentation for like, hey, this is what it's supposed to be, minus the first two characters. Okay, so we can now be confident that that's working. So get file SHA, we're going to do that in our hash object. So right here, get file SHA, and it is SHA. And now we know that our save file is going to get the correct file SHA. Okay, so we need to do a standard, I think it's the file system, right? We need to, is there a write file? Write a slice as the entire content of a file. Ooh, should I do this one? I mean, this looks like it's gonna work. Otherwise, we have to do a file create and then a write all to it. Oh, you got to rank 3? Oh, congratulations on that. You can create a function that splits the full SHA to a tuple of 2 strings. The first 2, yeah, I guess I could have done that. I'm keeping it as like the full SHA, and then I'm just sort of passing slices around for it. I can see both, like both I can see both together. If I were to do that, I might want to create a struct that wraps around it so I can have functions to sort of like stitch them together. So I don't have to remember like, okay, a tuple of 2 things or something like that. Make it more readable. Oh, because then I could have like get file SHA and all that stuff on the struct. That would make a lot of sense. Okay, write a slice as the entire content of a file. So we're gonna get the path. So we need a new path. So that's gonna be we're gonna format. We're gonna have our format folder path followed immediately by the file SHA. And then you are the file itself, the contents. Bomero, thank you for the subscription. Thank you. Let's see, we're at content, which is going to be the file. And my guess is that you have a result. So let's just go ahead and unwrap you and cause you to error out, whatever, that'll be fine. So we're saving, so we got no errors in here. So if I write this, okay, I wasn't actually paying attention. Where was we had the, here it is. Okay, so it should start with A3 and then we should get like BD36. So A3 BD36. So if I were to like LT get objects, so did I say A3? I said A3, right? That folder should already exist, shouldn't it? Oh shoot, there's folders over here too. No. Which I already forgot. I'm now looking at so many numbers, like my brain immediately conflated them all together, and now it's like, what's the one I'm looking for again? Okay, well that's not helpful. Let's just run it. What can possibly go wrong? Cargo run. Okay, so it's A3, so now I can do LT just do LL. Mickey K, hello. How are you doing today? 8.3. Okay, yeah. That makes, yeah. So get objects 8.3. Show me that. Okay. Okay. I think this is gonna work. And I want to say that this is the full challenge. So if we take a look at this, okay, implement the get hash object command. We store it in file minus the first two. Okay, so then it will use the get cat file. So I should be able to now do the cargo run cat file and then name it. Is it the full blob? I think it's the full blob, right? I think it's that. That didn't do. Oh, with the dash P. I forgot the dash P. There we go. Okay, so that extracts it out, and we get it exactly. We get it what we want to. Perfect. Okay. Thank you for that, everybody. Also, Mickey K. Hello. All right, so let's. We have some warnings here. Don't we? No, we don't. There's no warnings whatsoever. I think we're good to go. So let's add everything. Gonna get commits. This is, we are writing the creating the blob file. So creating a blob object. All right, and let's let me full screen this. We'll we will push. So it has to run this the first time we go through it. I think that they have like a runner that's sleeping, so they have to wake it up and create it. And so that's, I think, what this is. Because like in future times when we run this, it doesn't take nearly as long. Oh no! Okay, so expected standard out to contain 06562 got 33. Oh, that's like not even close. So we did, okay, so we printed this out. So the only thing that I could imagine, okay, oh wait. Oh, they're doing all the tests for everything. Nice. Okay. Do.txt. Do we get a C? Oh, we don't get a C. Do.txt. That would be nice for us to see exactly what that was. Okay. What do I want to do? Never heard about Code Crafters? Yeah, it is really cool. If you're interested, so just a reminder, I do have a 40% off just for today and maybe part of tomorrow. I'm not sure. They said it's basically through, like, it's good to the 27th, but that's like unknown with time zones and everything else of like what that means. So if you take a look at Code Crafters here in Twitch or on YouTube in the stream, the description, there's a link. That link will both support the stream and me, and then also hopefully for today give you 40% off. All right. The other thing though is that if you do work for a company that has a education budget, absolutely see if you can get them to pay for it, because if they can pay for it, that's even better than you paying for it. Here's my guess. We used the wrong SHA sum. That's the only thing I can think of. So we use this digest SHA-1. I wonder if that's not right. What else do we have in here? I mean, okay. I don't think that's what I want. Oh, the other thing I guess we can check. Do I have SHA installed? I don't have a SHA-1 installed. Are you sure you should digest the file before compression? Maybe not. I always thought you're supposed to digest. I always thought you're supposed to do that before compression. Maybe you're supposed to do it afterwards. So let's try that. So if okay, so we get the file name, we get the file. Now I've been getting the SHA from that. If I compress the file here, and then we hand it the compressed file. Let's see if that still works. I don't have SHA-1 sum on my computer installed. I think I need to reinstall it. Or for some reason, oh wait, I have SHA sum. That's what it is. Okay. And I'm using Helix. Yeah, I like Helix. Helix is fun. Okay, SHA sum is the same as SHA-1 sum. Okay, good. So the only problem is I don't have that file. I could cheat because I now know that they're going to use a file named this. Okay, let's try this one test at a time, right? Like we only do one change, one test. So we are what is it called? We're going to compress the file before getting the SHA sum. Okay, so expected to contain BDF got 45. Okay, so at least this is the same, right? From the last time? No, it's not the same. Oh, it's a different file every time? Uh-oh. That is gonna make it harder. Maybe not. Use the SHA sum command on a real get. Oh yeah, we could do that too. Oh, you know what? You know what I could do? This would be the easiest way to do this. Okay, so let's do this again. We're gonna do a cargo run. All right, so we know that the SHA sum that I did with my file was 8.3, right? So if I do a git cat file, how do was dash w? No, it's not cat file. It's write file. Hold on. Git write file. Oh, it's hash object. That's why. Oh yeah, that is very different. Okay. Okay, we know it turns this into FFD7, which is like not either of the things that I do. If I do a SHA-SUM of test, that gets me 8-3. Okay, so that's the same thing. If I do a SHA-SUM of get objects FD that gets me 7D, which is also not this. Okay. All right, we need to go take a look at they have a link to plumbing commands. And then here, does it say that it's a SHA? Into 40 char SHA to standard out. It just says SHA. Okay, can I, what is it? Write file? Oh, you don't have write file. SHA? No. Remember you had to strip out some data of the clear blob file. Maybe it's related. Maybe. That could be. Oh, right, it was hash. I keep on forgetting it's hash object, not write file. Okay, this is the SHA-1. Okay, so it's verified. It is a SHA-1 hash. So therefore, the thing you're suggesting, Cringe Teeth, might exactly be it. The output from the above command is a 40-character checksum hash. This is the SHA-1 hash, a checksum of the content you're storing plus a header. Wait. Plus a header. Is that the header we stripped? Or is that something else? Wait. Where's this header? Git first constructs a header which starts. Oh, no, we have to do the opposite. We had to strip it out. We have to create it and add it in. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So we construct a header which starts by identifying the type of object, in this case, a blob. To that first part of the header, Git adds a space followed by the size in bytes of the content and adding a final null byte. So blob content bite size. Okay, so the choices are like blob, tree, and other things, right? So like for this specific one, for hash file, I think, hash object, it's going to be a, no, that's probably not true. We don't know for certain it's going to be a blob, do we? I can probably get away with hard coding a blob. Skinny mind, hello. God damn it, null byte terminated strings. Yeah, exactly. Can you use hash object on a directory tree? Yeah, we can, and then we can read it and sort of like try to figure out what it is. So we can do that with Git. Although my code doesn't know how to read that yet, because I think that goes under. It doesn't goes in. Does it go into objects? Yeah, so we have logs, okay, objects. Yeah, oh yeah, it probably would go under here. It probably would go under here. I believe that trees are different from blobs, and looking at what's coming up, we can imagine, okay, so we're doing blob object and we're doing tree objects. And that's it. Like we're pretty much ready to do the full thing. So my guess is it's blob or tree are the two different object types. Okay, so I have to find out whether or not we're being handed a object. Okay, so here's what we can do. Since we're talking about blob object, let's continue on with what I call the hostile developer pattern, and I'm just going to hard code blob in, because why wouldn't I? Let's full screen you. Right? So we want to, let's create something to calculate the name of it, because this will obviously change later. So we know this is going to change and it's going to break when we do the tree. But until then, we're going to do git header. Blob tree commit and tag. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So blob tree commit and tag, and we're not going to be using tag, so we're probably only going to get commits. So we're going to have to take something in, so something in here, and then we're going to return a header, which is going to be a string. So I guess right now is that we'll just make this an empty string like that. So should create blob header. Now, how are we going to use this? Your knowledge of Git is going from 15 to 80% right now. Yeah, it's super interesting to do this and sort of like see how things are done behind the scenes. It's a lot simpler than I thought. Okay, so should create a blob header. So what was this again? It explained it in here. So a header is going to be an identifier. So here we can, if I hand it the file, so let's do like let content, it's going to equal to a string of like hello world. Okay. And actually, I don't need this to be a string, do I? Because I would probably just hand it a stir. So this might be good enough. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. It's like exactly what they have here. All right, so we're going to identify the type of object, in this case a blob. So our result, so that expected result is going to be equal to it is lowercase blob, so blob space, add the space followed by the size in bytes of the content, followed by a final null bit, which is this thing right here, so 16. So we expect there to be a 16, followed by this null bit, which that's fun. Like that. Okay. So then let's get the result. Get header, we'll hand it the content. Now, in the future, I'll probably have to hand it something else so it knows that this is a file or not. So we'll deal with that in a little bit. Expected 0 arguments. Okay, so you need the content. Okay. What are you upset about? Missing bracket to begin the Unicode escape. Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, so like that for Unicode escape. That sounds like a problem for Futuresoft. That's exactly how it is. Wait until you want to implement push. Well, I mean, that's I am never pushing this. It's gonna use, yeah. Look, people who are using this library only have to only pull, no push. Like, this is what you hand the, like, you write this up and you hand it to the junior intern dev, and then you let them figure out why they can't push anything to production. Okay, so you're suggesting that I do a \0? So like that? Is that a 0 or an O? Oh, I didn't know that. That's the same as a null term. That's cool. No work trees as well. We're gonna do trees. We're gonna do a commit, but we're not gonna push. We're just gonna create a commit. At least I don't think we're gonna do a push. Are we gonna do a push? I won't. Yeah, we're just gonna print the SHA of the commit out. So cool. It's no, I don't think they want us to do a push because there's too much stuff that's not around Git as part of that. That kind of makes sense. Okay. So if we have that, we have a result. Okay, so that means let's run our tests. You should fail. You should fail. You both passed. Oh, I would help if I wrote an actual assert. So assert that a result is equal to our expected result. Now we should fail. Okay, so we get our left and right. So that should probably, you know, do something. SSH shenanigans, exactly. That would not be fun to have to deal with. Okay, so to get header, so we're eventually going to need to like figure out what type this is, and maybe it's going to be as simple as like something else passing in like a boolean or like an enum. For right now, that's future me's problem. So we're going to just assume that everything is a blob, but we can kind of write this in like a way that this is that we can like maybe figure out what this we can deal with this later. So we're gonna do like our object type is gonna be just a blob. And then we need the size. So can I get content size? Length probably is the length in bytes. Okay, no, that's perfect. Okay, the length in bytes. And then we're going to return a string. So we're just going to do a format. So this is going to be our object. Object type. What was it? Object type space. Space. Our size. And then something like that. Future you must hate present you. I mean, I'm a developer. I'm used to the future you hating me. Like, you know, and then future me becomes present me, and I get to do it to that person in the future myself. It's my turn. Okay, so we get the header. We are going to get the shop probably. Okay, so we're going to get the file. We need to get the header. So get header. We handed the contents. That's going to be the file, I believe. Okay. Ooh, interesting. File. Okay, we get the file name. We get these as bytes. Ooh, okay. This might, okay, so we need to change. I didn't do this right. We have a U8 here. So hold on. So I need to hand it not this content, but the, what is it? B. How do I convert the string to bytes? Is there like a as bytes? There we go. Yeah. You're upset. So content is now going to be a U8. Where's our problem? Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'll have to fix that in a little bit. Because we're going to have to create a new thing together with the header. All right, so now if I run this, okay, still passed. So that passed with us passing in the bytes. So that's good. So now we can get the header. So we hand it the file, which is the bytes. That gets us the header. I need a new content to the file, so I need to add this in. So this is that file with header. We're going to how should I do this? You take in bytes. Can I like prepend? I can prepend this, right? We can say file insert at position 0. I want to insert the header as bytes. Okay, what? Oh, headers bytes, can I? No, dereference. I need dereference here. Oh, just expected U8, not. Right, I don't want to insert. Yeah, extend. I keep on forgetting. We've been making really good use of extend. extent. Okay, so extend. You're not going to take in that first thing. Okay, so file extend. You need to be mutable, which means, we don't need this. Okay, so we're going to file extend. Cannot be known as. Okay, so hold on. There we go. Okay, so we extend it. Okay, we add it to the header. Now I want to get the SHA, and we're going to hand it the file. And then we're going to compress. So we get the file, then we compress it, then we do that. The header needs to be evacuate. It is. I did this as bytes on it. Oh, you're right. This is gonna put at the end, isn't it? Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. I did this wrong. Yeah. Quit your job. Quit jobs. Hello. How are you doing today? Should a header be before the file? Yeah, it would. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? That would be helpful. So I kind of wanted to do the. Okay, so we're gonna do this header. Okay, so let's do this as. Okay, so we're gonna do let. Now I could just shadow the file. I might want to do that, right? So like we're gonna do let file is equal to the header. You know what? I don't want to do that. I want to do this as content. So we want content equals our header, 2 bytes, into bytes. As bytes. Let's do into bytes. It's okay. We're going to consume that there. Okay, so then I want to content. We're going to extend the file. Okay, so extend the content with the file. That's fine. That's fine. Then we're going to hand you the content for the SHA. We're going to hand you the content to compress. Figure out the folder path is from the SHA. Print the SHA out. And then save the file based upon the compressed file, the folder path, and the SHA. Okay. No errors, no warnings. So if I do a cargo run, that's not good. Permission denied. At line 54. Oh, so I tried to write here. What did we try to write to? Okay, so we're basically saying, okay, we're going to write to get objects fd. Oh, wait. Is it permission denied because this already exists? Oh, I think this is permission denied because if we do a get, it was hash object. FDFF. FDFF. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Now, this lets me just overwrite it, doesn't it? So we should be able to handle that. When we save the file, do I get a permission denied? Permission denied. That's not really helpful. Yeah, I want to do some. Well, no, if it. Yeah, wait. If it exists, do nothing, because the SHA-SUM would indicates that nothing has changed about it. So that's a good idea. If it exists, we do nothing. We just continue to save that. So basically, save file. We do something like this. So save the file to disk if it already exists. Don't do anything, because it's all based upon the SHA. Auto deduping is one of the benefits of Git object storage. I guess, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Do you ever? I guess it probably does remove them at some point in time. Our thing never removes the objects, doesn't it? Like, they just stay there forever. Oh, probably commit would remove it. A commit would remove it. FSCK can check for dangling objects, and clean should remove them. Okay, we're not implementing those commands, so we're not doing the right things. We're not doing everything. Okay, so we get our path. Now I could check to see if this exists. What do we have here? So write. I probably want to try to do file create and then get the error out and then find out, okay, if it already exists, don't do anything. That's probably what I want to do. Okay, so we have this path. That's okay. We have our full path we're going to. Code Warrior, hello. So we're gonna have our file. We should not name it that. This is gonna be like the file handler. So what is that? File? Not that type of file. File. Create. Do you have like an exists? Okay, so open create opens a file in write-only mode. This function will create a file if it does not exist and will truncate if it does. That's not what I want. Oh, I could do open options. Returns a new open options object. This function returns new open objects that you can use to open or create a file with specific options if open or create. Okay, so if I do options, set the option to create a new file or open if it already exists. Is this what I want to do? Oh, is there path exists? That might be better. Okay. Returns true if the path points at existing entity. I like that. Okay, so if I exist and then we path in. Oh, yeah. Okay, one argument. So we hand it the path. Just a Boolean. So we do, if this exists, then I want to just do an early return. So we'll use this as a guard clause. So if you exist, return. Otherwise, go ahead and write this out. Do you need ownership of the path? Oh, you need a path. Okay. So I need to let path. You take in stir. Can I just pass the path into you? No. Expected a reference. Okay, so we can do that. Okay, so if path exists, I don't need to hand you anything, except we just do that and that. No, that. Okay, so if the path exists, we're done. Otherwise, write the file to the path. Okay. Yeah, I saw create new and open options. But if this works out here, this feels pretty... I guess it's like two hits to the file system, but you don't do this that often. So, I mean, I think it should be fine. Okay, so if I do cargo run hash object w test, there it goes. Okay, so it no longer has a problem. Let's remove that file. Let's try this. Okay, so this is, we are hashing object and saving it. This time with a header. Hey, and the test passed. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sylvie. I did not mean to shock you. Here, have some head scritches. Okay, so that works. We're able to, okay, so it hashes the object and then it pulls that back out and make sure that whatever we put in there, we get out successfully. So that's really cool. Is there anything we want to do to clean up this? The only thing I can think of is for this path here, I do get this and save file. I do this thing here. I don't think I really need to, although you need to take in a reference to a path. I could do this. We're gonna say, oh, can I do a from? No. Oh, I was really hoping I would be able to like just throw this straight in here and do that, but no, it doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll just stay with the shadowing then. So we create a path string and then we'll just shadow the path and turn it into this thing here. Then we check to see if it exists. Oh, you think there might be a 2-path on string? Let's find out. I don't see a 2-path on here. I did not need a... Yeah. I'm not getting any errors? Oh, wait, okay, now we're getting errors. Yeah, no method named 2-path on this. Pick me, please. Hello. How are you doing today? This is Helix, not NeoVim. Very similar though. It's still like a CLI, a terminal-based editor, but there's a lot less configuration options for it, and it's still fairly new. So it's like it's still in like alpha, beta, pre-release. Maybe it's only on stir. Okay, so we could try doing an as stir. No path. It's better if you do path new. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I've not really used path very much. So let's try that. Let's just set a path and we'll do this here. We'll do this properly. So new path. Okay, so we're gonna do new and then right, because we're gonna start with get. Ooh, the folder path coming in here. Hold on. Okay, there's some spaghetti we need to sort of unravel here before we get there. So in save file, so when we do the save file, we hand it this folder path. Create folder. Gives us a string back, and the string being the path, right? So this should really be a path object. So we should really return this as a path object, which means that you should now be a path equals path new. Here we do our dot get. We join objects. And then we're join whatever this is right here. I guess like the first two characters, the Shah. Not there, there. Okay. Ooh, that gives us a path buff. Is that all we want? Is a path buff? Scott, hello. How are you doing today? I've not been doing GIFs recently, like the last year or so. We just sort of like decided, it's like, you know, GIFs are like not really all that worth it for us. We're all older now though, so it's sort of like, we'll do we just like play a game together or do some hang out, do other stuff. Path buff is more like a path builder. Okay, so I can probably as a path turn it into a path. Into path. Yeah, path buff can generally be used as path in terms of passing. Okay, so let's just create this and let's just use path buff then. So an owned mutable path. This type provides methods like push and set extended to mutate the path in place. It also implements deref and path to path. Okay, I probably want path buff because I want to be able to add to it later. Okay, so we do that. Everything is good here. So now we get our path. Here, when we create the folder, we get folder path, and now I handed in a reference to the folder path. So really, do I want, does that implement clone or copy? I mean, I couldn't just give ownership of it. I think that'll be fine. Go to save file, and folder path is now going to be a path buff. Now I could make this mutable and I can update it, or I can just clone it. If I mutate this, oh, I own it now, so it's mine. Nobody else can do anything with it. It's mine. We're gonna do a folder path. So really, we could just name this path. And we're gonna push in the file SHA. What? No, I wanted you to just go there. And then I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore. There we go. Much better. All right, I missed some chat. Paladani, hello. How are you doing today? Your Helix never looked like this. Is there? Oh, this is also combined with Zellige. I'm using Zellige and Helix together. So this part in the window here is like if I do two windows, I have Helix over here and just my terminal over here. So Zellige combined with that gives me sort of like the window management and then the editor together. You could not get your LSP to work with NVIM, so your stuff using VS Codes. Oh, that's no problem. Is that with Rust? It should, like Rust Analyzer usually works with, well, I guess like there's a bunch of stuff you need to set up for it, but like once you get it set running, then it will eventually work. So keep at it. Yeah, Lazy Vent, I heard really good things about it. Oh, you don't get the highlighting in your Helix? If you want to take a look at it, that is, and then here, let me copy this for YouTube users. That is what I'm using right now for my Helix setup. Note that a very new version of Helix is about to come out like anytime soon. They've had 2 RCs. Oh yeah, Zellige config too. They've had 2 release candidates in the very recent past, which is usually an indication that they're going to come out, like they're actually going to like release the new version of it, which is going to do a lot of cool stuff. So looking forward to it. Wait, is that Helix? No, that was Alacrity. I'm getting all my technology mixed up today. Alacrity had the 2 release candidates. Okay, never mind. That will change things in Alacrity, which is the terminal itself. And then we have Zellige, and then we have Helix. So fun times. Okay, so this use path, I think this feels like a lot better because now I can just say like, hey, add this to the path, check to see if it exists. If it does, we exit out, we guard, so we're guarding with this, and then we go. We do the thing. So now I've taken ownership of this, so I'd probably want to clone this in if we need the path later on, which so far we don't. So we should be good to go. No errors, no warnings. Let's make sure that this still works. So git commit refactored to use a path. All right, and this should still run and all that fun stuff. I know, I sorry about that. I failed with my own one. Expected Humpty NSCoopy vanilla as standard out, got unknown command ls tree. Oh, ls tree. Yeah. Okay, so all the other tests are passing, so it's still working. We're now on read a tree object. Unfortunately, I don't have time for this. I do have a day job still, so I do have to run off to that. I'm doing my day job between, let's see, 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. And then this is going to be the last week for that schedule. Next week, so with the new year, I'm going to have a brand new schedule. It's going to be good. I'll probably have more information for that later in a week because I don't exactly know what the schedule is going to be, but I'm figuring it out this week. So I'll have like an announcement I'll probably do with like a video announcement for YouTube and all of you shortly. So thank you, Bimero, for the time check. Kataru, hello. You have VS Code and you have him nicely set up. Very nice. All right, so I want to go to you. Am I part of Codecrafter? So, no, I don't think so. So, I have partnered with them. So I'm an influencer now. I'm basically they reached out to me and they offered a link that one could use to purchase it, and they also gave me a free lifetime access in this VIP badge. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I am to them, or to you for them. I'm not sure the right way to say that. Mr. Worldwide, something like that. Yeah. An affiliate, basically. Yeah. I mean, that's so I learned that the difference between an affiliate and a partner is that the partner, they give you the stuff for free, and the affiliate is they make you buy it. That's it. So I get an affiliate link, but I partnered in order to not have to pay for it. So that's the big difference. And I do have a link for this. So if you're interested, if you like what you see, you want to go through this one or any of the other Codecrafter challenges yourself, which here, back to catalog. They have all of these different ones. We've been going through Build Your Own Git. They have plenty of other ones, like what you were mentioning, Pygmy, is that they had the Build Your Own Redis, which that one looks pretty interesting. SQLite looks interesting, like database type stuff look interesting. John Who did the Build Your Own BitTorrent, I think. It looks like a really interesting thing. This is what they have. They also have a lot of languages, and they're planning on adding more of these in the future. So if you're interested in that, on YouTube, in the video description, I have a link. And then also here, I have a link here for Twitch. That code just for today will give you 40% off. And then after that, it'll be normal full price. All right. And I think that's gonna be it today. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. As I mentioned, I'm going to go off to my day job. I will be streaming this afternoon at around 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time. I'll be back, and we're gonna be working on. I've been learning evolutionary coding, and we're going to be getting into neuroevolutionary coding, mostly because that's what we have to do to solve the problem that I'm trying to solve. So that's fun. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff and more like me just pure learning things, that'd be a fun stream to do. And so with that, have a great rest of your days, and I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, and how many hours? Let's see. It is okay, so it's what, 8:38 my time right now. So let's forward that up. Let's imagine it was the next hour. So that's what, 9? So 9 plus 3 is 2:12, and then 2:30. So what, like 5.5 hours or so? 5.5 hours, 6? I might be off by half an hour, something like that. If you follow here or you join on Discord, then you will. I'll get a notification about a few minutes before I start. All right. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.